Instructions didn't do them any favours either. One famous depiction showed a Neanderthal standing like a gorilla with a 1,000-yard stare and no neck, which, spoiler, was based on an elderly individual with arthritis. That would be like judging all humans based on someone's great-grandpa during a back spasm. The image stuck. Cartoons, movies and textbooks reinforced the stereotype, a dumb brute with a club and questionable posture. Meanwhile, the truth, that Neanderthals buried their dead, created art, made tools, and possibly wore jewellery, was quietly ignored in favour of grunts and loincloths. Why did we do this? Probably because it made us feel superior. Humans love a good story about how we were the chosen ones, the smart ones, the only ones. Reducing Neanderthals to failed prototypes let us keep that narrative intact. It also helped explain away any uncomfortable genetic overlap. Sure, we're related, but we're better, right? Only recently has the myth begun to unravel. As more archaeological discoveries emerge, we're forced to admit that Neanderthals were more like us than not. They weren't mistakes. They were a parallel success. Different strategies, same struggle. In the war-torn twilight of Japan's Heian period, the battlefield was no place for a woman, and yet that's precisely where Tomo Gozen belonged. Imagine a sea of armoured men clashing steel in the dust and chaos of war, and among them, one lone figure stands out. Not because she was out of place, but because she was more skilled, more fearless, and more precise than most of the warriors around her. Tomo Gozen wasn't just some camp follower or noble lady playing at war. She was a trained warrior, Onimusha, from the province of Echigo. From a young age, she was taught to ride, to shoot a bow from horseback, and to wield a katana with such ferocity that she left men twice her size bleeding in the dirt. Her loyalty lay with Minamoto no Yoshinaka, a prominent general of the Minamoto clan. But make no mistake, Tomoe wasn't merely his bodyguard or ornament. She was his commander, his equal, his enforcer. Contemporary accounts describe her as a remarkably beautiful woman, with white skin, long hair and charming features. But the compliments didn't stop at her looks. They spoke of her strength, her uncanny skill in archery, and her unmatched swordsmanship. And this wasn't poetry or court gossip. It was battlefield fact. She could break through ranks, decapitate a foe mid-gallop, and keep riding without so much as a misstep. Tomo Gozen was a storm in human form, and the timing